So I saw the Arrogant Tay masterclass method and I figured, hey, why not go ahead and try this myself, but add a little bit of my own method to it to make it much easier for you guys to do at home with fewer steps. So I went ahead and customized this 5x5 lace closure to look like a frontal. And I'll be reviewing this Kipozi 2-in-1 flat iron to curl my hair.
Okay. All right. We're giving bounce.
So to start my easier method, I'm using the Alley Pearl 5x5 lace closure unit. And this is what the insides look like with the straps that are adjustable. And I love the space that you have to, part your hair instead of having a full frontal. So the first thing that I do is make sure that it is laid flat just to get the parting space correctly, because you always want to map out what your edge line is going to look like first. So I just pretty much start with just either a middle part or side part, and then I just use the mousse to lay it down really flat. Like, this is the best fast acting mousse ever. Like, it leaves your hair in place, like, for real. So please go get it. It's like $6. This is not sponsored, by the way, from them. But yeah, so I'm just getting my middle part together so that I could go ahead and tell which direction that I want my baby hairs to fall into. So etching out your edge line is the most important part of a wig unit customization. Like, this is the part that makes your hair look natural. So I just tend to use scissors to just cut it in a slanted direction so that the edges won't be too long and overlap. You can feel free to cut it however you want to, but I like to use the scissors so that I can know which direction it's going to be in versus the jagged razors, but you could use both, honestly, for the same effect. So I use my edge control just to get it to stick there for a while, just so I can see what I'm working with, and then I just start plucking. This helps me to pluck in the right places when everything is like laid. So I make a part and I make sure to separate the very front hair follicles, and then I pluck right behind it so that I won't give it like a bald spot. But this is the key to thinning out the edge line to make it less dense, basically, because you don't pretty much have a really thick dense hairline. So this will make it look more flat. It makes it look more flesh like, and the more you pluck, the more natural it will look and match your own edge line. Well, for me. Okay, this part is easier also if you use like apply water or mousse like I do, because when it's wet, the hair follicles slip out easier when you're plucking, and you can actually use your hand if you want to just pull out certain pieces. But I tend to go back like 3 layers back. Well, not layers, but 3 parts back. And then sometimes I'll just, flip it over and see how it looks every few minutes, and then pluck it from the front just a little bit to thin it out a little bit more and quicker versus going each layer. So yeah, I definitely cut the whole thing just for the front piece because I wanted to like lay over like a comb over on the side. And when you don't cut it, it's going to be hard to like get it to lay in place like that to comb over on the side. So I just cut that very front part out, and then that way it lays seamlessly like how I want it to be laid, like off of my face a little bit but onto the sides, as you can see now. And so to thin out the edges a little bit more to match my hairline, I just pluck a few more of them after I've set it. And then, yeah, it's starting to look natural and already customized. Simple as that. And so next is just bleaching the knots. Or, to make it easier, what I do is just apply my foundation color all along the whole lace part. The front of it, and it should look more flesh tone, like, like your skin. And so to make it, all of the black knots look better or like bleached in a way, I just color on top of them. I do. And it bleeds over and it bleaches like everything. Not bleach, but it stains the lace. That's what I'm doing. I'm lace staining. And it takes only a few minutes. You know what I mean? Who has time to sit there and bleach knots all the time? And this totally works. Trust me. So now I'm just going ahead and cutting the edge line out. Now, some people like to leave the lace on for the edges, like right under the edges, which is what I do. But there are others that like to cut the entire lace across and then just blend the edges with your natural hair. I don't like to do that. I like to leave the complete lace underneath the edges and where the baby hairs lay. So to make the unit tighter, I'm tightening it by, I guess, I don't know how to explain this part. I'm basically anchoring it to the side of the wig cap to make it fit tighter on my scalp. Now this is the last part of customization. This is how you get your wigs to lay really flat. This may take a little bit more time, but you can just take your time to do this. I promise it'll be worthwhile. So I just go by each section, small sections, apply a little water, and then not flat iron. Well, you could do flat iron, but I just use the hot comb because it gets it bone straight and like really, really down pat. And then I use the mousse and it freezes it in place. So this is it for the customization.
Hey girl! So I'm going to go ahead and apply this wig from
Ali Pearl.
This is their Brazilian Body Wave 5x5 wig. And of course it's a lace closure wig. You don't have to worry about having your edges snatched out. But this is their 24-inch. The new Kipozi 2-in-1 flat iron and hair curler. I cannot wait to see if it actually works, because back in college when I used to do sew-ins like that, I used to always use a flat iron to do curls because it was just so much easier to me to just go ahead and straighten and then curl versus just straighten the hair completely like for like 30 minutes to an hour and then curl it. Like that made no sense. So when you curling with the flat iron, you get it straight and then you get the curls. So I'm going to go ahead and put the wig on first and then get this geared up and we're going to test this baby out. This is looking good. So you can also use my discount code in the descriptions box as well as the Ali Pearl wig. Look at that. Look at this, baby. Arrogant Tay has nothing on real Tay Tay. Yes, I'm the real Tay Tay. So yeah. And you see how well this mousse that I use, it just lays it down. And this is my natural hair. So all I did was just take out some edge control. I don't use got to be nothing. Got to be absolutely not. That's what, no, I don't fool with that. Now, okay, now some of this is residue. I forgot from the edge control that I put right here and right here too. There's like crust. You can do something with it if you want to. Or you can use edge control and lay this down. But I don't have to, like, cause it just looks so good. I think. On camera, I can't see, and I'm not wearing my glasses, girl. So, it might be ugly, but we just gonna pray. Because it looks good with my blinded eye. Now, this is the edge control that I use. The yellow one, the number 5 High Shine from Stylefactor, whatever. These people know me, girl. Edge Booster. Bloop. And so, I just put it just somewhere on my edges. Just so it'll stick down. But honestly, sometimes that's like too good, you know. But you see how it's stuck there? It's there. It's stuck. And just, you know, do a little something like that. And that's that. Now I need to pull this down first of all. And if your edges sits low, like mine, then pull it down a little bit more. We're gonna do 410 degrees. I'm done. And honestly, overall, I don't know if it was my wrist skills or just the curls in general. I think it's a typical hair curl job with, I guess, a flat iron. Yeah, this would definitely work for it. I did do this other side and I tried to cut it a little bit as well off camera, but it looks really good. This looks like a frontal almost. Like, it really does. It's giving frontal vibes. So, what do you guys think?
So this is it. If you wanted to look more melted, you could definitely lay it down with a little bit more mousse. But hopefully this video was helpful. Comment below if you found this video helpful. Share this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.